Yeah, we have a lift off. I got my furnace going. I almost had a small panic earlier because yeah, I have fuses in the shop still, and I popped a fuse. I was like, oh my God. Well, what I had in the same outlet over there, I had the stock tanks outside plugged into the same outlet, and it popped my 20 amp fuse. So I unplugged that. We're rocking and rolling. I'm pretty sure these things pull about 15 amps or so. So that was my bad. I had a little panic there. I was like, oh God, is this a curse of the furnace here? What is this? But yeah, here we go. We are going to pour some pours tonight. I figured we start off the year right. We'll do some the Aztec rounds because those were in high demand. Thank you guys for cleaning me out of my old stock. I have two pieces left from 2025, but that is it. Other than that, you guys totally cleaned me out of my old stock. I really do appreciate that. It helped with the funds getting into the new furnace here. That is not the old furnace. That is the new one. That is a brand new 2 auto. I probably ought to put a new sticker on that to identify which one's which, just in case for the future. I want to say a couple things about the new furnace from 2 auto. They improved upon some design flaws from before, but before I get into that, we need to get the metal in here and melting. JK Pioneer Emerald, welcome. Good to see you guys. So, this is the first time this furnace has been going. I've had it on for a little over an hour now. I started off first 30 minutes um, to get the moisture out of the brand new crucible, the brand new furnace at 500 degrees Celsius. And then I cranked it up to 1100 degrees Celsius. It's like, what, 1900, 2000 degrees Fahrenheit, whatever it is. Yeah, you know the drill. So, I noticed something. I kind of screwed up. I don't have my safety glasses in here. I need to go find a pair, but before we do that, before stuff gets really hot, we're going to drop some metal in here, get this thing melting. Humble Stacker, welcome in. Humble, you got a new logo? Oh man, I got to check that out. Humble Stacker. If you guys didn't check it out, we had a live the Broke and Humble show last night. You didn't see it, it's definitely in there. These are little guys. So I'm not worried about dropping a bomb on this one, especially a brand new Crucible. Let's get this guy in there. Woohoo! Tell you what, just being that far away from it's enough to singe the hairs on the back of your hand, am I right? Get those in there. Like I said, they're not that hot. I probably ought to be doing this with gloves, but again, I got to get out of here for just a second, go find my PPE. I have so many safety glasses running around. I've been doing so much around the property for the last 6 months. While I've not been pouring, that I've misplaced my PP out of here. PPE. So that's going to be it for now. We'll add some more to that here in just a minute. But yeah, guys, some design improvement upon this new and improved what's this thing called furnace that they did before. First of all, I think they're covering their ass because maybe they got sued. Yeah, your crucible is only good after 8 uses, so 7 more after this. And otherwise, what can happen is you have a blowout. That's what killed my last furnace. And I still haven't quite recovered all the material out of that. It's in there, it's covered in slag, but that's a video for another day. Let me adjust the chat here. Let's take a look here. Emerald, Humble, Razbobo, good to see ya. OC Stacker, welcome in, guys. Anybody else I might have missed, I apologize. Razbobo said, "What you making?" I have some. Where did they go? I have two in the Delft clay already set up and ready to go. We got some more power armor. I don't know if that's the T45 or whatever, the Arctic one from Fallout, but we have some more Fallout pours tonight, as well as some Aztec rounds. You guys ate these up. As soon as I make these things, they sell out. So keep an eye out for that here shortly. We're going to be pouring those. It's going to take probably at least 10-15 minutes to melt our copper to do what we're trying to do. Give me just a minute. I'm going to step out and make sure I have the proper PPE. I had them in here. I took them off. I was doing this project down in the basement. That's why I don't have it. I was wearing my safety glasses while I was sawing old galvanized pipe over my head in the basement. So yeah, definitely one of those things. You definitely want to have a pair of safety glasses on. You guys give me just a minute. I'm going to step out and go grab. Don't go anywhere. Chat it up, guys. Be right back. Coming back. So sorry about that. And of all things, I thought I had everything set up real nice in the shop here. All things to forget. I forgot my safety glasses, but we're good to go now. So let me cut back and double check here on the chat. Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out with me tonight. We're going to make some cool stuff again. Yeah, they put a disclaimer in there. After 8 uses, discard of your crucible so it doesn't destroy itself like what happened previously. It was funny because that was the 9th use. I thought I could squeeze 9 out of it, not quite 10. But yeah, 8. 8's the magic number apparently. And I also had a safety disclaimer on the side of this. It said, do not touch, it gets hot. Yeah, don't touch this, all right? And then, what was another thing I saw? So if you look right here, they have screws holding the bottom lip of this thing fit. So it's press fit and screwed on, so these don't fall off anymore. That was a problem I had on my first 2 auto. So at least they're listening to their clientele and the complaints that are coming back. So I'm glad you say that. 2 auto is actually listening to the consumer here. So cool. And yeah, I got this kit off of Amazon on a Black Friday deal. It not only had the furnace, it had some brand new gloves. It had, I'm keeping my old ones right now, but it had some brand new tongs and 2 crucibles that came with it, including one of these little molds right here. So I got a couple of these things now. I've never used them, but I normally don't make pours that small. Maybe in the future, but not right now. Maybe we'll definitely if I get into pouring gold, am I right? What's up, Every? I think he says everyone getting ready to be driving, so listening in the background. Awesome, Humble. I'm glad to see you here. I'll try to catch you tonight on the Metal Mob that starts in an hour or 2, I think. So we should have plenty of time to get down here and pour some cool stuff. Then I'll get out of the and head over there. Hope you guys do too. Hopefully, at the end of this live, we can have someone drop it in the live chat. But again, the Delft clays that I already set up here. I really need to get a proper clamp for this. If you guys are purchasing some casks and your first time doing some pouring and all that stuff, try to stay away from these. See how the ears are wide apart and the hole, there's like a pin where it fits into, the hole's closed. And that makes it a pain in the ass because you got to dig the Delft clay out of that hole to make it work. This one, the hole is open, the ears are close together, and it does the same thing. And you got more of a spill spout, a tapered spout down into the middle. These cost probably exactly the same. This one might be $5-10 more, but this is a superior design. I definitely like this one better. If I get more casks, I'm probably going to go with this design over this one. So yeah, please, if you guys can put in the chat 5x5, if you can hear me loud and clear. This is my first time out here in the shop with this new service. So if you guys could help me out and let me know that I'm coming in loud and clear, that'd be appreciated. New phone, new service. Again, reconsolidate for the year and lower my monthly expenses. And broke, is including not spending money on the stuff that you actually need, like a phone. So in today's day and age, you have to have a phone. I mean, I can't tell you how much I use it at work. Thank you, OC Stacker, for the 5x5. JK Pioneer, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. So, yeah, we're going to have two of these. And yeah, I switched my cell phone provider over to another one, and I got my payments down to $360 for the whole freaking year. So I actually bill for over a year, and I'm not going to have a cell phone bill till December. Love it, love it, love it. And I mean, if you can't save the money, may in other ways, maybe just cut costs in other ways. There's other ways to do it, like cutting your insurance, reducing your coverage, going um, just back and reassess. Just your thing, go back and reassess everything. Make sure you're not getting ripped off, guys. You work too hard to work for this money, so you better not just give it away. Am I right? We gotta do it right. I'm gonna put this guy right here. Where's a good spot in the site? Yeah, so this guy, I think he already ran 8 or 9 rounds. There's a little bit of metal in the bottom there. I can't tell if it's copper or silver. I'm assuming it's copper. And this one, same thing. There's probably about 2 or 3 ounces in the bottom of this one. Been sitting around out here for a while. Again, that one ran at least 7 or 8 rounds. I'm not willing to jump. Yeah, look how thin. Look how thin this is at the top. It's supposed to be nice and thick. Let me get a newer one out to show you guys the difference. So what you know what to look for when you're pouring, if your stuff is getting way too wore out. And excuse the noises in the background. Every once in a while you might hear something. The wind outside is getting insane. So here we have a brand new, this is a 1 kilogram. I'm saving this for like a silver pour in the future. This is the other one it came with. If you see these ones with the high gloss shine on there, these are, I think, the better way to go versus the ones with like a more coarse finish. These seem to last a lot longer. And look at that. Look how thin that freaking thing is. If it's that thin at the top, the walls could be thin as well. Not worse. It's not worth losing your entire furnace over this freaking $30 crucible. Look at all the graphite coming off on these things. Again, these are graphite crucibles. I don't know what else you could use. I'm sure there's other types of crucibles out there, but these are the ones I use, and I'm not having any issues with them whatsoever. Emerald Coast, I am going to call around for auto insurance quotes. I have USAA, and it's pricey. That's insane, dude, because usually USAA is the cheapest in the entire country. You have to be military or have military, either your parents, or now they're extended it to grandchildren, provided that your parents had USAA, and then you can get the USAA insurance. I've been looking into that. They keep digging me around, so I didn't have time to keep jumping through their hoops. So right now I'm continuing with my existing provider. I got the bundle. If you guys don't bundle, man. Have your renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, car insurance, trailer insurance, all that stuff. Bundle it all into one. Yeah, same here, JK Pioneer. That's who I have. So they do right by me. I actually talked to my agent. He's here locally in town. I can talk to him face to face, and I don't have any issues. So it's nice to be able to have your agent here right in town. But I'm not sure if you get that with the USAA. I was wondering if it was cheaper at USAA. Yeah, I always hear really good things about USAA. If you're under 25, maybe not so much, but uh, from my understanding, everybody has told me they're with them. They're much, much cheaper there than anywhere else, depending on your coverage too, I suppose. We're gonna take a peek inside this crucible. It is still melting what we put in there, and it lost temperature, but it's slowly climbing back up. Yeah, I forgot I had freaking fuses. I was like, oh no, what happened? Why don't I have power? Usually that kills it kills the other circuit too, but fortunately it just killed the one circuit for me, and I still had lights. So I was like, what's going on here? I tried to talk my dad into joining. I'm assuming you're talking about the insurance again still. But yeah, guys, that's just another example on what to save, how to save money on. I mean, it's back in the 80s and before, car insurance was optional. Now it's mandatory. So, and good luck living in a society revolved around the automobile without an automobile, right? So, this came off of the sheet from my last emergency blowout. This was like maybe half of the material, not even half. I had 2, maybe 3 kilograms of material in the bottom of that crucible when it blew out. This this bastard right here. Yeah, he was getting real thin on top. That was probably should have been my sign not to do it. But I kind of Hiroshima bombed and dropped a 4 ounce piece of copper into the bottom, and then like within seconds it just boom. I think yes, the impact didn't help, but the thermal shock of a large piece getting dropped in there with the other molten copper was the thing that really did it in. I think it was yes impact, but the thermal shock is what killed it. So live and learn, am I right? My old house in Southern California had fuses. I know, man. My house here is over 100 years old. This is my shop. I believe they put the shop in. I want to say in 1967, somewhere in there. So, yeah, it still has the original wiring in here. It's kind of it's amazing, really. And honestly, there's a 220 hookup in here that I don't think I would hook up to it. It looks like a farmer wired it, not an electrician. So I'll probably actually be removing that and doing it right eventually when I do have the 220 outlet in here. I plan on doing some welding in the shop eventually. And if you're going to have a welder, the 110s just don't cut it. You really need to have at least a 220 hookup. I'll tell you what, man. I could smell the fresh the fresh refractory and the fresh paint burning right now. I kind of need to work on doing some ventilation in the shop here as well. Take a peek inside. Oh, I think we melted. Damn, it just happens just that fast. So this time, we're gonna go ahead and get a glove on. These are brand new. Make sure there's nothing in there that's gonna bite me. Looking good. Got our glasses on. Um, can I grab something? Do I have my pliers? Where are my pliers? They're on the anvil. 1 second. Again, we're not gonna thermal shock and drop. This is maybe an ounce. It's pretty thin, but I'm gonna lower it in there, not carpet bomb it in there in a second. I think we're gonna do the rest of these pieces of wire first. Here we go. Again, this stuff's pretty hot. So careful, guys. Always use your PPE if you're doing this. Ooh, careful. Woo! Yeah, my glove caught on fire. Good times. And I think this will, see that slag popping off of there? We'll just let that do its thing. Oh dear. Maybe not. Give it a little tug in there. Should probably put that in first. Oh well. Oh, there it goes. We're good. Don't worry, it burned the glove and not me. That's what the whole point of the gloves are. You should always do engineered controls if you can. Your PPE should not be your first line of defense. It should be your last line of defense. But when you're dealing with hot stuff, just wear your gloves, man. You should be fine. White hot. Oh, yeah. Was your furnace damaged after the crucible blew out? Yeah, Emerald. It's still around here somewhere, but there were inside of the furnace itself, where the ceramic ferrule is, there were micro cracks from extended uses, and that's just typical of any refractory with repeated thermal cycles. It's going to happen. But what happened was after it blew out into there, all the copper blew out into there, and I dumped out what I could. It still kind of looked like this in the bottom. So I was trying to dig that out, but it wasn't that thin. It was about that thick of material. And I reheated it up and I poured it out. But when I did all that, and maybe it was before, the molten copper found all those micro thermal cracks and filled them in. So it was unfortunately done, because after you get past the refractory, outside of the refractory is the thermal coil, and you hit that thermal coil, you're pretty much cooked. It's done. It was still working. I can use the furnace as parts now, but yeah, it's a bomb waiting to happen. So I'm not. I am no longer using that furnace. The bottom is still good. I have thought about taking the bottom guts out and putting from that furnace into my old 2 auto to make a functioning furnace, because the controller, which is notorious for the 2 autos going out, that is the one thing that's malfunctioning on that now. But the controller on the other one, because the refractory, this up is pretty much toast. The controller is still good on it. So if I take this off, all the connections are soldered. There's several connections. I'll have to get my soldering iron out and my solder sucker, disconnect all those, do the surgery, remove that from the good one, remove the old one, the bad one, and do the transplant. But I just haven't had the time to do all that. It's going to be at least a day and then another day of testing to make sure that everything works. But I haven't got there yet. We're getting close, guys. When we get started here, I'm going to start with the Delft clay pours. And again, should look like something similar to this. One of them, I'm not super optimistic. I think he's not. Whoa, did you see that? It went, whew. And let's back this camera up a little bit so you can see more. But yeah, yeah, you see the freaking sparks coming out of that thing? We definitely got some slag in there. We'll be from the some of that used copper in there. We'll use whatchamacallit. Oh, see it doing it? That's crazy. We'll use some flux to get rid of some of that slag, scrape the top, and then we should be good to pour our 99.99% copper. This is all the same material from the same location. I haven't mixed it up yet. I'm getting pretty low on that. But I have other resources available. I got like old jumper cables, damaged extension cords, stuff like that I've been accumulating. I just haven't stripped them down yet. And stripping down my other larger pieces, I noticed after like a year or so, it started to corrode a little bit and oxidize. That's why I'm waiting to do that until I actually need it, because the insulation is actually protecting the copper on there for now. So until then, I'm going to have that on there, but when I need it, that's going to be a time for another video, and stripping insulation off of a bunch of extension cords and other just junk that's been laying around here for a while. Guys are getting quiet in the chat there. I apologize if I'm getting boring here, but yeah, please put something in the chat there. Let me know you guys are alive. We're getting very close to pouring here, guys. Let me poke my head in here and take a look inside. Oh yeah, we're molten. All right, let's put some borax in there. Best stuff I found, it was like $6 for this big ass box. It'll probably last you forever. They have this over there at Home Depot for like $6. So get that. Preferably a metal scooper. I got a plastic scooper. You don't necessarily have to measure it. I'd say about half a tablespoon to a tablespoon at the very most is all you need. Now get ready, guys. This is usually where the fireworks kind of happen here. Let's adjust the camera so you guys can see everything. Pour, baby, pour. Stack that gold. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I know I've been away for a while. I broke my leg. The shop door broke. Birds flew in, shit on everything. I had to clean everything up. It was that was a nightmare. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and pour this in now. This is the first time borax is touching this crucible. That should be all we need. Woo. Give that a second, otherwise it just, all the heat carries it up like and knocks it around like a bunch of styrofoam. It's kind of weird. We have our stirring stick, just some old piece of bar stock steel. Yeah, there we go, high carbon stuff. Let me take a peek in there. Oh yeah, it's looking great. Here we go. I hold it right off to the side of the thing just in case there's any moisture hiding in this thing to let it evaporate, and then I come down and slowly mix it all up. Looks good. Let that come down. Yeah, that's don't touch this. Put that to the side. And take a peek in here. Oh yeah. I'm going to try to show you guys the molten copper inside of the crucible. One trick Mr. T-Bird showed me. The camera zoomed all the way out, like in this zoom, is not going to pick it up. But we zoom in just a little bit, then we open up. We should be able to see it. Can you guys see that? There it is. See the molten metal? Metal! Come on, phone. Okay, yeah, my camera doesn't like this heat. But we tried. Hope you guys get a glimpse of that molten metal. I wish the camera could hold on to it, because as I speak, the vibrations of my voice in the room echo and resonate through the liquid metal. It's really fascinating. It like jumps to the sound of your voice. Really cool. All right, so now we're ready to pour on our metal. Before we do, I want to give this, I want to give my two molds here, the graphite molds, a little bit of a preheat. So we're going to bust out the MAPP gas for a second. Hope you guys don't mind. And then we'll pour. Not to say we're going to pour those right away. Put that over like that so I don't melt my freaking plastic clips. Those work great on those, by the way. All right, you got your headphones in. You might want to turn them down just 20%. You'll be all right. Just a little bit of heat. Woohoo! There it is. This is why everything is ceramic. We don't light anything on fire. It's weird, if you hold it under just long enough, just right on the graphite, if this graphite hasn't touched anything hot in a while, you can see the moisture actually leaving the graphite, and then you know you're good. But you want to make sure it's nice and toasty down to the core. I forget what the temperature is recommended for it, like, I don't know, 300 degrees. But just enough to get all the moisture out. The moisture is what's not going to be your friend in the graphite molds. And the moisture will make like a little steam bucket, you know, a steam explosion, and that's what cracks them. So if you guys are pouring, make sure you preheat all your graphite. Otherwise, you'll have a bad time. These are for the buttons right here. I'm 2026. I marked all my buttons. I'll have to go back and look at my notes, but I think it was less than 30. So if you got one of my copper buttons from 2025, they're all numbered. That was the first year I started numbering them. I'll be numbering them again this year. Everything's numbered now, so including the buttons. I got the smaller stamps. Before I didn't have the smaller stamps. That's why I couldn't do it before. All right, that's looking good now. I think we got it now. All right, cool. We're not pouring those right away, but I wanted to make sure they're free of any moisture. All right, where's my PPE? Again, you guys were talking about the money shot, right? Let's get it in there a little closer for you guys. That should work right there. Hope you guys could see everything. Got Kevin Hawthorne in the house. What's up, Kev? What size stamps did you go with? There's the smallest ones you can get, like Harbor Freight, Hobby Lobby, anything like that. They have smaller ones out there you can custom order for like jewelry, and those are going to be like a 2 font, but I think that's a little too small. I like anything. The ones I like to use are the ones you could read with your naked eye, because if you got to bust out a magnifying glass, I think that's a little ridiculous. Maybe on jewelry, especially finer jewelry, smaller stuff, but not on that. Okay, I'm clearing my area. Whoops. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And then I want to make sure I have everything handy at my disposal. If you're doing this, always have a pair of channel locks ready to go too. Sometimes vice grips work, but make sure you got some good channel locks ready to go, just in case you're having problems. So first things first, we're going to pour this one, put it back in, chill for a second, bring it back out, get up to temperature, and pour this one. I don't want to have any temperature loss, so I've had issues before where I try to do a twofer, and there's just too much temperature loss where we had issues. So I hope you guys are ready. Here's the first pour for 2026. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Very cool. I know I'm being a little anal as far as it comes to my as far as it comes to just, oh yeah, just do 2 in a row, but no, I don't want to chance it. Man, that sucker is staying red hot, isn't it? There you go. It's just starting to get a skin on it now. We're good. So cool down as we pour the second one, and then yeah, so on and so forth. Every once in a while I gotta whip my whistle, am I right? Jerry24, cheers from Canada. Tell me what you think of Stanley Cookware. We Canadians cook it, we work it, we cook it, we bear it, and we repeat. You should play Sexton Wheels Steel in the background. You know, if there wasn't copyright infringements and one of the first videos in my shop where I did play music in the background, it flagged my video and I had to destroy the video because of it. If there wasn't for that, yes, there would be music in the background all the time. Trust me. Thanks, YouTube. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pour the second one now. Put that away, and then we'll pull this guy out and see how she turned out. Here we go. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Ooh, a little too much there. That's gonna be a real fat sprue on that one. How are we looking on material? Oh yeah, we should be able to hit at least 1 or 2 more of those. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's just on fire. Nothing major. Should be able to hit 1 or 2 more of those Aztec rounds. So let's go ahead and move over here. Yes, it's still on fire. Don't worry. It's in the controlled area. Put that there. We're going to go ahead and bust out our first pour right now. We're going to free it. Let's get this camera set up a little bit better. And I will recommend this. Don't, excuse me. Don't not use your gloves. Even after all that, there's going to be hot spots here. They're going to burn the crap out of you. That's another thing I used to have. I used to have some just leather gloves that I would be doing this with, but I guess I got to use my welding gloves again. I'll use the old ones. How about that? That's fair. Not the brand new ones, so if these get a little dirty, it's not a big deal. Now I got 3 freaking pairs of these things now. All right, let's take a look here. We're gonna pop these off. Very cool. I forget which side's up or down, but it's fine. Fine either way. Take that off. Ooh, yeah, he's in there. All right, let's get some pliers. I'm gonna use the channel locks on this one. That sprue's pretty chunky. I should be able to get a good bite on it. Very good. Very cool. Let's get them in the quench. Very cool. Ooh, low. Give me just a second, guys. I got a toothbrush here. I'm gonna get the burnt stealth clay off of this guy. Get my glove off. Don't do this with wet gloves either. So. Sorry, I can't hold the camera. Oh, this one came out great. Oh yeah, good times, good times. Trying to get some of that black sand off of there so you guys can see all the details. 1 second. Oh yeah, I was totally worried about the legs, but this one came out great. Make sure that's not going to burn me. We're good. And let's take a look at the first one here. Every single video I have made has received that copyright hit. Yeah, that sucks, dude. Well, where's the original? Where's the copy? There he is. So this is what he's supposed to look like. This is what he came out as. Heck yeah. Got some power armor for you guys. Hell to the yeah. Gonna be some cleanup work on the sprue there. There's a 1 ounce sprue on this guy, but You know, check it out, man. Came out pretty good. Can you guys see that all right? 3D Woodworks in the house. That one came out pretty bee's knees. I like it. Got some good details on there. You can see the power armor and all that. Making sure my camera's working great. Get the good details. Heck yeah, man. All right, let's get the second one busted out. Ooh, again, don't touch that barehanded. You never know. It might just burn the crap out of you. None of this is worth the 3rd-degree burn, I'm telling you. Especially on your hands. I use my hands a lot, so yeah, that would be a travesty. Yeah, these are hot. I could feel it through the gloves. I'm glad I was thinking. All right, I'm going to throw this burned Delft clay in the trash because I just don't think it's worth dealing with. So yes, there are consumables while you're doing this, guys. All right, here we go. I'm going to grab the second one. Here we go. Still very hot and very large sprue in this one. Lay them down. And let's take this off and see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's take a look. Where's my thing at? Channel locks. We're gonna have to do a nice quench on this. You guys are ready for a quench? Again, ooh. Let's get over here, give him the quench. Very cool. We got some nice clean copper there. I love that. That's one thing I really love about Delft clay. You get that nice clean copper. There's no oxidization going on because you're devoid of oxygen during the cure process. So the copper comes out nice and clean. This one looks pretty good too. It's gonna need some cleanup work, obviously. You'll see here in just a second. Sorry guys. I only see the back side. Oh dear. This one might go on the zombie side. I always made that joke. So the ones that didn't come out perfect, we'll say they're like the undead Fallout characters. I think that's pretty good. Try to get that a little more. All right, that should be good. Show you guys this right quick. Yeah, he's got a little. Come on, man, get off of there. Let me get the toothbrush again. Where did I just put it? It was literally just in my hand. Where did I put it? Whatever. I was gonna clean it up some more to show you guys, but here we go. Yeah, there's a little something going on in his head there, but that one looks good too. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup work with the file around the rifle. Obviously, there's a little bleed going on there, but it looks like he came out for the most part. I think that's also going to be a winner. That's going to be another good chest piece. Yeah, see, there's that little bit of bleed around the rifle and all that. I think I can clean that up. I think I can save it. If not, just go back in the furnace, right? Very cool. We got some soldiers over here. Hell yeah, guys. Put a 1 in the chat. You think that's acceptable for a Fallout chest piece right there? We'll clean up around the rifle and make him look like he's suitable for battle, but I think that's going to come out all right. And thank you guys. We got 11 likes in the chat here. Thank you guys so much. You flatter me. Thank you, Emerald. I didn't get quite the detail I was looking for on the back, but it's still there. You know what you're looking for. It's definitely there. Got to get some of that black burned Delft clay out of there. But yeah, there's going to be some finish work on these guys just as well. So let's go ahead, put those to the side, and let's go ahead and pour the rest of these out real quick. And I'm trying to take it easy on this new furnace. It's the first time it's ever fired up, so I'm not trying to overdo it. It's already been on for an hour and 45 minutes. So, yeah. Thank you, 3D. All right, guys. I hope you're ready. We got our PPE on. All of our stuff's ready. Fit in the crucible like that. These are already kind of preheated. I think we should be good. Let's do it, guys. And we'll play Guess That Weight. Oh, dude, did you see that? Hang on. There was a little piece of copper that was in the spill spout of the crucible. See, it fell in there. I'm glad I caught that. Dump that out. Should be fine. All right. Don't blink. You'll miss it. Let's try that one more time. That's a good one. I like it. I think we have enough in there for just one more. Slap that back in there. There's that skin we're looking for. Very good. Let's get that quench. You guys ready for a quench? Good times. Gotta run, be safe, bro. Have fun. Thank you, Emerald, for stopping by. I'll see you on the next one. Good evening, bro. M Marsh in the house. What's up, M Marsh? Oh yeah, that came out pretty good. Make sure I'm not gonna burn myself. There we go. Yeah, that one's got some good character to it. You guys want to see? Let's take a look. Still a little wet. Came out pretty cool. Almost looks like a world map on the back right now, the way the colors came out. Kind of cool. I like it. This is the first pour outside of a chess piece for 2026. I'll have to make sure I put that off to the side for in order. Very cool. I'm freaking super stoked. Let's do another one. Screw it. Get this. I'm gonna move this. This was kind of in my face earlier, so I actually can get the spill, the pour in there. We're gonna get you guys in as close as I possibly can, so you don't miss out on any action. I forgot I could zoom in too. All right. One more. I think this might be the last one tonight, other than some button rounds. So let's take a look. Where'd the tons go? There they are. Gotta make sure I have my my clamps here. All right, here we go. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Oh, that's a chunker. For sure, that's a chunker. Glowing hot, right? Ooh, that came out nice. Let's get you guys back over here so we get better lighting. The lighting's like right over this white piece here. Thought it was appropriate. Oh yeah. Look at that one. It came out pretty nice, not gonna lie. We got some nice character going on. Those ripples on the back. Love it, love it, love it. That's a patina you just can't replicate. That is number 2 for 2026. Starting off the year right, am I right? Now, I don't know if I have enough for a third one, but we're going to go for it. Screw it. If there is enough, so be it. If there's not, then it's not meant to be. Let's get you guys set back up again. Don't blink. Very light. That was almost enough for a button, but I don't think we had enough. All right, very cool, guys. I think that's it for our pours this evening. I kind of want to pour some more, but it is what it is. We kill the furnace. Plop this out. That can just stay there. Let's see what it looks like on the backside. That'd be kind of cool, like like a relic piece. let me quench him. Kind of want to show you guys this one. Just a little guy. I might make like a cool pendant or something. Very cool. It's like a relic from a bygone age, right? Almost like a button on the back. It's like it's like a pirate face copper button. I like it. I'll keep it to the side for now. Very cool, guys. Thank you so much for coming out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I want to do more, but again, I want to get the thermal cycles going correctly on this brand new furnace. So we're going to definitely do that right. So every Sunday about the same time, every week, I'm going to try to be out here every week, and we're going to pour some cool stuff together. I hope you guys are excited. I am. We're going to get this chest set completed. That gives us 13 pieces now. And I did do the finish work on one of them. Let me pull that out and show you how it kind of came out. It was a super mutant. I gotta get some of that black sand out of there, but I stamped them out. I flattened out the backside there. That was all. I did the finish work on this on a different video before my little accident last year. But yeah. Most of them should be coming out, something similar to that. So a chess set like that. Aha, checkmate, motherfucker. Yeah. I cannot wait either in March. I really look forward to doing this chess set. And if I don't get what I'm looking for on it, I'm very happy to keep it, let me tell you. And if everything goes well and the auction for that chess set goes very well, I'll most likely be making one out of 925 silver or maybe 39's fine silver. I think 925 would be better because it's more durable and it's something that would last a long. And I don't want to make some crap that's just, a knick-knack, whatever you want to call it. I want the stuff that I make to have some pedigree, some heritage to it. And yeah, I don't want to make crap. I want to make some. This has been on me pretty much ever since, for like a few months. Then I was like, why did I take that off? Put it back on. It's been on ever since. Yeah, keep an eye out for some of the videos for making these too. If I'm not pouring them, these in the shop too. Kind of cool. In March, and 925 is much more durable. That's why it's jewelry grade. That's why you don't really see any 39's fine silver jewelry. It's all 925, so you can actually use it and enjoy it. Just like the chess sets I'm going to make, or I am making. I want somebody to be able to use it and enjoy it. So yeah, guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so very much for coming out with tonight. I'm very, very pleased with the new furnace. Thank you to Otto. You guys did good shipping. I actually ordered that on Black Friday. I got it like pretty much the beginning of December, and I just now box today. That's how freaking busy I've been. I mean, that's the stroke, right? But it is what it is. Oh, we didn't get to play that game. You guys want to play the game? How much does it weigh? Let's do it. Let's get this guy off to the side. And got the original Broke scale out. Just make sure this thing's going to work. Get the camera to work correctly. There we go. All right, so pour number 1. Let's make sure we're not in troy ounces. We're in regular ounces. Very good. What do you guys think this thing weighs? This is the very first one for the year. Let's go ahead and I'm going to say 2.95 ounces. That's my guess. That's my guess. Ron Channel, Stuart, welcome in. Good to see you, bud. I'm going to say 2.95 ounces. What's your guys' guesses? I'm just curious. What do you think that guy weighs? Pure copper. 3/9, technically 4/9 copper. In Marsh says 2.65. Any other guesses out there before I plop it on here? All right. I'm going to go ahead on here. My guess was 2.95 and Marsh says 2.65. Let's see what we got here. These would be, this is the original fidget spinner, right? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 2.76. We're both wrong. But no, that's a pretty good accurate guess for both of us. Thank you. This next one is a little chunkier. I'm going to say we broke 3 ounces with this. I'm going to say 3.1. 3.1 ounces of copper. Almost a quarter pounder. Let's take a look. Or is that a quarter pounder? No, there's 16 ounces to a pound. So yeah, that would be 4 ounces. So yeah, 3.1 is my guess on this one. Any guesses before I put it on here? Let's take a look. This is like one of the funnest games. Usually I do giveaways with this, guys, but there's only 2 tonight. All right, let's take a look. Let's do this. No other guesses. I'm saying 3.1. And Marsh says 3 exactly. 3, 2, 1. 3.15. It crept up from 4 to 5. 3.15. I was off by 0.05. Very cool. Very cool. I still got it. 3.15 ounces. Very cool. And again, if you guys are ever looking to purchase some of the Broke Stacker products, just feel free to reach out to me at thebrokestacker@yahoo.com. That is the best way to get a hold of me. So with that tonight, guys, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. We're back in business, guys. We're going to make all sorts of cool shit. I can't wait for it. I just not enough hours in the day. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, keep stacking, stack 'em high.